Electric cars do not mean lack of noise. I saw this video. This car is playing, they're putting sound effects on these EVs. Try and mimic engines, and it just reminds me of some 90s video game that just sounds like an electric buzz. It doesn't sound anything like an engine.
Currently we're in ignition, which is a sort of simulation of an internal combustion engine. I can give it a rev. You can hear those little pops and bangs on the road. Down here we have evolution, so it says experience the evolutionary future sound of electric N.
No! God, please, no! No!
There's a speaker under the car. You can see it here.
It's pumping out all this sound from a speaker beneath the bottom of the car. Give it a rev. What do you reckon?
It reminds me of like vegans who go and make like vegan hamburgers.
What the hell are you talking about?
But they try and make them taste and look like meat. What is the point?
Get the fuck out of here.
If you don't like meat, why would you want it to taste like meat? It's like electric cars. How bad is the audio though? What audience are they seriously targeting? It's got to be the pop pop bang stage one, surely. Like, any real car enthusiast would just look at this and go, this is just complete rubbish. Yeah, I know, like if you're gonna buy an EV, just buy an EV to save the planet. You don't buy it to, saving the planet, Luke.
Global boiling.
Buy whatever the hell you want. I mean, some people like electric. If you want to drive for 14 minutes to the candy store, electric is very good.
Do you know how many kids have died in the Congo mining cobalt, Jordo, at those cobalt mines? Would you watch Bathurst if they were electric cars? Why EVs could transform motor racing. This was the biggest clickbait BS article to get people just to lose their minds. There's no way this is legit. Lose it. I can tell you now, Luke. Nope, wouldn't watch anymore as I love the sound of the raw V8 power. Do we wait for 2 hours for them to charge? That's a fair point. They may have to do it over 2 days. Half the race one day, recharge that night, and the second half the next day. They're not going to do half the race. No, they won't even do a lap. 500 Ks, they can't even, we couldn't even drive the Tesla to Bendigo and back, she conked out.
And let's get in our new electric vehicle, and 30 minutes later you're saying, where are we going to get a recharge?
They have to do something. The so-called supercars has become uninteresting and irrelevant. Oh, well, the EV's going to save it then.
Because they're thinking about where the hell do I get it recharged?
If it's uninteresting now, this was especially evident when they were showing previous races in the lead up to the race. Different classes, many different makes, exciting racing. Even though Bathurst and all that, didn't they have record crowds this year? Like it's pretty popular still. People claim it's not popular. I don't think that Bathurst will never not be popular. Like, I'm not a big touring car, whatever, what's it even called, supercar fan. But I mean, most people, if you're into cars, you watch maybe the start and the end of Bathurst if you're around. I don't see this appealing to rev heads that love hearing the sound of horsepower. The sound of horsepower. And these are people that spectate and show up to the events, so in all honesty, you'd see the lowest attendance numbers if this was to happen. Luke, we've actually got a fan of this idea. I would, but hardly any of the Neanderthals that love supercars would. always the name calling. I'm better than you. So if you like supercars, you're a Neanderthal. Yeah. I'd love to see hydrogen-powered V8 engines become the new fuel for all motorsport. They are 100% combustion engines and nothing but water is exhaust gas.
So you're telling me there's a chance?
Look at this utter rubbish. Wide-body Hyundai Ioniq 5 reminds us that car modding and EVs can coexist. You can mod them. I've seen a few Teslas like lowered with some nice wheels. They don't look, well, they look a lot better. Any car does. As soon as I saw this, the colour to me just reminds me of those sherbet lollies.
Orange sherbet.
Nissan just recently unveiled an EV Hyperforce concept. Everyone was calling it a GDR.
Did you say GDR?
GDR. But I don't think it's got anything to do with GTRs. 1,000 kilowatt all electric. Now, I looked at this and just thought this is inspiration from the armoured personnel carrier from Aliens, surely.
It is a bit. It's out of that Total Recall Alien era of films, isn't it?
This really, it just looks like a talking point. The car itself looks absolutely ridiculous. In fact, it almost looks as bad as a Tesla Cybertruck, surely.
Sure, it kind of has, I know people are going to totally agree with me in the comments, it kind of looks like a Group B Audi rally car, don't you reckon? It's got the big...
Oh, it's got the big shovel.
It's
got the big shovel on it, I think, on the front.
Shovel nose on it.
Any stubby holder you buy, you get one of these insanely high quality bottle openers. Also got air fresheners in the one and only Black Ice fragrance.
We've got tees, hoodies, lots of stickers, but whatever you need, Christmas is around the corner. It's going to be here before you know it. So order up, get them in early and get them out. Make someone happy.